Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here with a brand new video for all of you guys, and yeah, I guess it looks like it has been some time since I've actually covered this subject matter for sure, and quite fitting that I've actually mentioned that for sure because, well, given to several videos I've actually talked about this certain subject matter, and I've already done a What the Pickup episode very recently for sure. Looks like for today's video, I think it's about time that we get ourselves back in to the world of Bachmann trains for sure, especially with their Thomas & Friends range that they've actually got currently as we speak. With, of course, some brand new ones that we're going to be getting for, of course, the pretty much as part of the 80th anniversary for this year for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. And well, I guess surprisingly enough, I guess since after pretty much what I've been through talking about pretty much several videos ago where, of course, I talked about the 80th anniversary set that Bachmann Trains was going to be making for the Thomas & Friends range that sadly got canceled, which was actually a massive bummer for sure. But I guess on the bright side, it looks like when it comes to their new models that they're going to be releasing, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that there is one thing revolving around the 80th anniversary, or should I say, two things from the for the 80th anniversary of Thomas the Hag we are still getting later on for sure. So yeah, if you may not recall, according to pretty much the official social media sites for Bachmann Trains, they have officially revealed some brand new pictures not too long ago on two pieces of rolling stock, again as part of the Thomas & Friends range that they are still going to be releasing later on down the road, and that being, of course, both of the 80th anniversary vans for sure. That's right, one pretty much one on the 1945 style, and the other on the retro Thomas the Tank Engine logo for sure. So yeah. And of course, if I do need a little fresh reminder, of course, that front, I still have the official 2025 catalog for Bachmann Trains to prove exactly it. Yeah, to prove exactly that for sure, and if I can get myself onto the right page for sure, that could help me out. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, if you may not recall, I guess according to the catalog, we actually do have both of the vans that are going to be coming out later on down the road. And yeah, based on the illustrations alone, they actually do look really, really nice by far. And yeah, I guess if anything, right around before the 80th anniversary set got canceled, it actually makes sense because based on the illustrations alone by far, we actually do get a full idea on what the vans are going to look like for sure, and see on how they're actually going to be pretty much played out in such a way. And well, I guess pretty much of anything for the ventilating vans that we got prior for sure. It actually does leave everything open for, of course, some new interpretations for sure that still have the same style from what I can gather, but really want to mix things up a bit to make it pretty much all the more brand new for sure. And yeah. And luckily enough, for the vans that we're going to be getting to correspond with the 80th anniversary, again, Bachmann Trains has officially revealed pretty much the vans in full for sure. And I guess we did have it prior to where we're at right now with, of course, the live stream that Train World did not too long ago for sure. But yeah. I guess if anything, Bachmann Trains has officially revealed pretty much what the vans are going to be like for sure, or should I say what they're looking like right now for sure. And I gotta say, they do look absolutely great for sure. Literally everything from what I've actually seen by far, the vans are actually looking really marvelous for sure. And I knew prior to that beforehand, we do have pretty much again, according to, of course, what we've seen in the catalog for sure, we do know they're actually going to be painting white by far, with, of course, some nice detailing here and there, and, of course, the bottom parts are, of course, going to be completely different. Like, of course, the 1945 version is going to be all orange, while the retro logo one is actually going to be blue for sure. And again, we did get ourselves a really nice sneak peek of course, what it's gonna look like, or should I say, what they're gonna look like by far. And honestly, I think it was actually a really great tease for sure to really get us on where we need to be. So yeah, and now that Bachmann has officially revealed the vans in full as of now, I gotta say, I'm actually really impressed by far, and yeah, the vans actually do look really great for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, they're really keeping true to their promise given to, of course, what we've seen by far on what they're going to be offering for sure, and finally see them come to life by far based on this one social media post. It really is quite amazing, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I definitely knew the wait is going to be worth it for sure, because these vans by far really are looking great for sure. And I'm already intrigued, of course, what they actually got so far. So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah. Pretty much, if anything, I'm really glad to see that Bachmann really took their time to actually pretty much make all those 80th anniversary vans that they're making. And yeah, given to what I've actually seen by far, I think it is really getting somewhere really great for sure. And yeah, I can tell with, of course, all that, they've really put in a lot of hard-working effort for sure to really actually make them look very presentable for sure, and they accomplished that quite well, because yeah, really think about this for a second. Going back a bit to the illustrations on the catalog, as you can see here, you can definitely tell that it is going to be an interesting challenge by far, pretty much printing, of course, pretty much all the illustrations, pretty much all the renders and illustrations for sure, onto, of course, the vans that they were working with for sure. Now, I guess pretty much for the 1945 version for sure, yeah, I guess if anything, there is a lot of line work in order to make that for sure. So by really getting the basics down to make it look very nice from what I can gather, I think they might actually achieve something really great. While for the retro logo, of course, on that front, I think it will have the same challenge, yes, but I think it's actually much easier for sure, and yeah, pretty much if anything, it is kind of hard to actually choose which one or the other for sure. I actually do kind of like both from Why King I Gather, and I really do think that they really are going to be giving us something really great for sure, and yeah, I think with what we got from, of course, the official posts and stuff on Bachmann Train's social media pages, it really does look like they are getting somewhere with, of course, all that. So yeah, pretty much a good example of that is that the 1945 version from what I've actually seen, they're really nailing it on the detail for sure to really make it the best they can from Why King I Gather, and with, of course, what I've actually seen, I really do like on what they're actually providing for sure. And I guess it does kind of make sense pretty much on that front, because if anything, pretty much, even though Thomas wouldn't make his debut until the second book, it kind of makes sense to do the 1945 Van for sure, because, well, that's the year when the first Railway Series book made its debut for sure, so yeah. I guess if anything, the 1945 version by far really is really looking quite nice for sure, and I really do think they're really getting somewhere with it, while the retro logo pretty much, if anything, that too actually won me over a whole lot for sure. Literally think about this from what we've actually seen for sure. I think pretty much, if anything, looking at the retro logo alone, it really does take me back to, of course, when I was a kid and I actually first started watching Thomas through my old VHS copies for sure. And of course, back then, pretty much, especially when I first came around for sure, and the show was, of course, going on for about 4 to 5 seasons for sure. Pretty much, if anything, it does kind of make sense because even before it was actually pretty much retitled into what it is right now, which is Thomas and Friends, just by showcasing the original logo with, of course, the original title being Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, I really do think is actually a nice callback and actually have a really great sense of nostalgia for sure, and yeah, I think Bachmann Trains is really giving off that nice sense of nostalgia for us older fans for sure. Well, I guess if anything, I do also think it might also be welcoming for new fans as well, because, well, pretty sure, if anything, they might be unaware that the show was originally called Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. So by seeing the second retro, yeah, pretty much seeing the second van with that retro logo for sure, it will give them the idea, of course, on what the show was originally called back then for sure. And I did kind of recall roughly right around a decade ago for sure, I was working with pretty much around the time I actually know a friend from a convention that I still know now of for quite a long time for sure. In fact, I was working with her mother at that time, and I guess I know her daughter, who I'm currently friends with for sure. Actually, pretty much has her little son who was into Thomas the Tank Engine for sure, and it's mainly through the CGI series for sure. But of course, at my local Walmart for sure, they were selling one of the Thomas DVDs at the time, which was James Learns a Lesson, which I actually currently own as we speak, and of course, given to all that, pretty much the mother of my friend was a little was of course attempting on whether or not to buy or not for sure, and I gave her the recommendation that I think she should buy it for her grandson from Why King I Gather, because, well, pretty much on my part, even though pretty much her grandson is actually pretty much watch Thomas through the CGI series currently, and well, around the time the Andrew Bregger era was, of course, still going strong with some really great feedback for sure. And if anybody who says that the Andrew Bregger era actually sucks for sure, well, to that I say, go get fucking therapy. Yeah, that's what I can say, so yeah. But given to all the hag, pretty much since her grandson was into Thomas during the Andrew Bregger era at that time, for sure, I actually gave her the recommendation to buy the James Learns a Lesson DVD for her grandson because, well, pretty much of anything, I think it would pretty much give her grandson pretty much seeing what the show is like with, of course, models and stuff before they transition to CGI animation for sure. And see what the show is actually like from the early stages for sure, right before where it's at right now, So yeah, and luckily enough, the person I was working with for sure did take up on that recommendation and actually bought it for her grandson for sure, so yeah. It was actually well worth it from what I can gather, and yeah, I'm glad to see the hag pretty much of anything. I actually did recommend someone who actually pretty much who has someone who loves Thomas during the current era at that time, and actually recommending something from, of course, the classic era for sure. And that's the one thing I really do love about pretty much of anything revolving around current me for sure. I am fully aware that some people have actually got themselves into the current eras for sure, but by reminding them and, of course, acknowledging the classic eras for sure, it will get them the full idea to finally scout it out for themselves and see how they would think for sure. Which I really do like from what I can gather, and that's pretty much that's the one thing to bear in mind from what I can gather. Not everyone's going to like something that's old for sure compared to the new stuff from what I can gather. And I mean, let's really face it, I am fully aware that there are a good number of people out there who say they do like the current eras of Thomas and fully hate the model eras for sure. Trust me, I get that for sure because, well, I do like the model era for sure, and I guess when it comes to the CGI era for sure, it does have a few bumps from what I can gather, but there are some gems in it that I actually really do like for sure, so yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So by seeing the second 80th anniversary van with the retro Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends logo, I really do think it's actually a really great sense of nostalgia for sure for us older fans from what I can gather. So yeah, and I do think it's actually well worth a game because, well, not a lot of people are actually fully aware that the show wasn't called Thomas and Friends back in the day, and they clearly have no idea that it was originally called Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends for sure, so yeah, I think it would pretty much, I really do think it would be a really great balance from what I can gather with, of course, us older fans saying, oh yeah, those were the good old-fashioned days for sure, well, I guess for newcomers who aren't fully aware for sure, once they actually look at it and do their own research, they'd be like, oh, I get it, so yeah, I really do think it is actually a good balance from what I can gather, so by seeing the retro logo on the second 80th anniversary van, I really do think it's actually really quite impressive. And again, it is a lot of hard-working effort to actually try to pull off, especially with what they did with the 1945 van that they did pretty much on top of that for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front. So yeah, pretty much of anything, based on what I can gather from what I've actually seen, I really do think the new Bachmann Thomas 80th anniversary vans are really looking great as of now, for sure. They're really putting a lot of hard-working effort to really make them the best that they can, for sure. And with, of course, what I've actually seen by far, they're really nailing it for sure. And I'm really intrigued, of course, what they actually have providing for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much of anything, I'm excited for when it'll actually come out for sure, because of anything, I really do think they really are getting somewhere with them for sure. And again, even though the 80th anniversary set is, of course, canceled for sure, and I was extremely bummed out when I actually heard the news for sure, I still think the vans are still the ones that we're still going to be getting by far, because, well, because of anything, I think that's the one thing that Bachmann should actually put out for the time being, for sure. Just pretty much set the 80th anniversary set aside and focus more on the vans, for sure. And they're really accomplishing that quite well from what I can gather, So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Right now, according to the post that I've actually read for sure, there's currently no price pretty much set out for, of course, pretty much both of the vans for sure. So that's something we're going to have to wait on later on down the road if they'll actually confirm it for sure. Well, I guess pretty much on when they're actually going to be coming out for sure. They said that they were going to be pretty much set to start shipping them right around this fall for sure. So yeah, I think it'll be hard to tell, of course, which month for sure. Either, I guess, either September, October, or maybe November. If that actually does fall onto the latter, then boy, I think they're gonna make one great birthday gift for me, so yeah, but I'm pretty sure we'll know all the details later on down the road if they'll actually confirm it for sure. But until then, I'm excited to see on what they're actually gonna do once they actually do finally release them for sure. And yeah, trust me, my hype is still on for them for the time being. And yeah, ever since they've actually first confirmed it, again, through the official catalog right here, they really are getting somewhere with it, and I do hope they'll actually do well. And trust me, we still got plenty of other models that are still currently coming out as we speak, like, of course, Sir Handel is already on his way for sure, and let's not forget to mention Stanley will soon be released by far, so I think it'll be quite interesting to see how they'll go for sure. And yeah, I do want Bachmann trains to actually keep on going with, of course, pretty much their Thomas & Friends range for sure. Like, not just HO for sure. And trust me, I want their HO scale pretty much side of course, the Thomas & Friends range to continue to grow and evolve for sure. As well as, of course, hopefully I'll get pretty much the N-scale Thomas & Friends models on top of the narrow gauge engines for sure. But I still want them to really open themselves up for what they'll actually provide by far. And yeah, I do want them to grow and evolve and actually try and do something new and creative with each and every single new model that they're going to be putting out for sure. Will it continue to be expensive to actually get some new models? Absolutely, for sure, but just as long as they can actually still give us something really great and will be actually worth running on all of our layouts. And trust me, as someone who's actually been collecting these models ever since 2009 for sure, I really do think they're going to be in the right spot for sure, so yeah. And of course, pretty much if anything, my point still stands for sure. Looking back on this image from the catalog, to which I guess is now considered outdated for sure. It is such a shame that the 80th anniversary seg is no longer going to be coming out for sure, but like I said in my rant video, of course, the cancellation of this, I do think, yeah, I think pretty much if anything, I think they would have actually done some things so that way they can actually release the Haga for sure. And trust me, if you have seen my video on the news regarding this set, you'll know exactly what I mean. But I guess for the time being, if I ever do get a new Thomas set for sure in its place by far, then I think I must ask, will the deluxe Thomas and the Troublesome Truck seg be great as an alternate pick? I know I would certainly think so for sure. So yeah, and yeah, I think just by looking at it alone, yeah, I guess yeah, I seriously need to think about getting that set one day for sure. Now that'll be awesome, and again, I guess seeing about the 80th anniversary seg is of course officially canceled, I guess I can sell on this as an alternative for sure, because, well, it actually does look awesome, so yeah, but either way, I'm excited to see on what the Thomas 80th anniversary vans will have provided for sure, because, well, it won't be long until they're actually released for sure, but as long as, of course, they can actually give us something rather great for sure, I know I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing on what they actually got for sure. And trust me, I do have plans still to actually get those two vans for sure once they do officially come out for sure. So yeah, we'll definitely see if the wait will actually be worth it. So I guess right up until then, based on the images alone, I think we're gonna be in the right spot for sure for when they will actually come out for sure. So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, on that front. So yeah, and I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this video here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, what do you think of course, pretty much the official reveal of course, the new Bachmann Thomas 80th anniversary vans? I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. Let me know what you thought down in the comments down below, and see if we'll get a good discussion going for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and boy, I guess with so much Thomas the Tank Engine related videos I've been putting out for sure, at least I'm giving you guys something from what I can gather aside from non-Thomas videos for sure. But hey, as long as, of course, I still need to keep my channel going and keep up with, of course, the massive boost in views and subscribers, as if my recent shorts were enough for sure, I think we're going to be in a really great spot for sure. So I guess right up until my next video, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427 TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.